Woo, honey. Hello, everybody. Hello and welcome to the Business Plugs Mixer. This has been one of those days. This has been one of those days. So, welcome, everybody. Welcome. Go ahead. Yes, I am 10 minutes late. I am actually 14 minutes late.
That's
But
all right.
thankfully, Amber has the patience of Job. And so she's waited on me. And I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I just don't know what kind of day this has been. But hi,
That's all
my name
right.
is Linda Murray Bullard. They call me the business plug. And so I come on every Sunday, 7-ish, usually closer to 7 than this. And I bring you innovative and wonderful business owners from around the world. And today is no different. Today, I'm going to jump right in it because I thank her for her grace and her mercy today. But today, I am introducing you to Amber Deas. And so, Amber,
Hey.
go ahead and tell them who you are and what you do, please, ma'am.
Hey, everybody. So my name is Amber. I am a photographer and videographer. I'm located in St. Petersburg, Florida. So I'm a film producer. I produce music videos, weddings, movies. I film commercials as well. So I do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and so the thing that I find very interesting about this beautiful young lady is that
Yeah.
she is a different type of photographer. So we are a part of the Cornell's University Entrepreneur Group.
Mm-hmm.
And Amber answered the call because I wanted to bring some more interesting people
Mm-hmm.
into the fold so that I could promote them and see them so I can share them across the platform. And
Yeah.
Amber graciously, first of all, thank you for your yes.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I'm so glad you're here. So glad you were patient with me. And so tell them, how did this become your thing?
So it all started back in, I want to say, middle and high school. My dad used to buy me like cameras for my birthday, and every year I'd get like a new camera. So my passion for photography kind of started there. And then closer to getting out of high school, I kind of grew from there because I started going out into like the local clubs and things like that, getting my name out there, getting myself out there, networking with artists and producers and other people, models and stuff. And I just kind of grew my business and my brand from that
I
point.
love it. I love it. And what was different for me, for you, I don't know many female
Right.
who are doing what you do. Like I know some
Right.
guys, right? I know some guys who do video. I know some guys who have like one in particular is out in Memphis, and him and his wife, and I met them. I know men that's in this industry, but I don't know any women.
It's a very male dominated space. So there's very, very few of us, but there's a lot of females out there. I know I can count on my hand a few of them. So, but it is a very male dominated space, which kind of sucks because, women like media too. We like to film
Absolutely.
too,
Well, until now, because
Right.
now you're changing that game. So,
Right.
so
Coming
yeah.
in and taking over.
So it was historically male dominated, but
Yes.
now Amber's on the scene.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
so
love it.
I went to your website, and so oh my gosh. So tell me, so you're from St. Petersburg,
Mm-hmm.
but then you sent me some materials on
Yeah.
somebody named Crunk Coco.
Oh, yes.
So tell me about
Yes.
that because you actually did the
His
documentary
document.
for him.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
So
so tell me about that.
So Crunk Coco is my longtime friend. Me and him have been friends since high school. And lo and behold, in high school, he blew up for doing dance videos at school. He went viral. And it's so crazy because at that time, I wasn't really into, doing videography at that time. But over the years, our relationship kind of grew and expanded. And here we are at 29, 30 years old. I'm working for him doing his music videos and his documentaries. So he's a viral star. He's a viral sensation. He does music. He's an entertainer, all that good stuff. But we did his documentary because he wanted to compile his life and put his life together because he's accomplished so many different things being
Yes.
a young age. He's been on TV, on BET. He's been on
Hanging out with
stage.
Chef.
Yeah, on stage with Cardi B, all kinds of stuff. So he wanted to
Yeah.
compile his life and put it into a movie, which we did. It took about 2 months to get that done, and that was my first real documentary. So it came out, everybody loved it. It was like viral at the time. It was dope. It was really dope, and I can't wait to shoot another one.
I love it. But it
Yeah.
talked about his story, how he took what people, he was just being himself, first of all.
Right.
And all throughout the documentary, he talks about, I'm just being myself, but then people start taking notice. He actually took off some trend, right? He started doing something in his videos.
Yes.
And then people start saying, hey, well, let's do it. And then it went on TikTok. Everybody's doing it.
Yes.
And then people would do it on stage, and they would say, we have the guy that invented this thing. And they brought him out. And I was like, okay, then.
He was just on stage last week at Emily Arena with, I don't know if you know who Suki Hana is. She's a big star too. But he was just on stage with her last week at Emily Arena, which is really dope. That's a huge concert space. So I'm really proud of him for that. He got to, hang out with her on stage, and it was really dope.
And he hangs out with Cardi B. Now, everybody knows Cardi B. Everybody knows Cardi B's name. They know Cardi B. Like, okay, I'm an Xer, so I'm I'm an Xer, but I get to hang out with a lot of millennials. So everybody knows who Cardi B is, and he gets to hang out with her. Right. Like, I got her number. She got mine.
Yeah, we even put her in the documentary too. So we showed some clips of him. Yeah, we showed some clips of him in there, and it was just really dope because he got to hang out with her. He got to meet Nicki. He met a lot of different celebrities and stars and stuff. So we got to put all of that in his documentary, which was really dope because we went to school together. So it was really dope.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you're one of his supporters, getting him out there. I went and checked him out on Instagram with his 80K followers.
Yes.
Like, and how he talks about he's a global market.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So we also did a TV show for him as well. We did 5 episodes. It was of him going around trying out different things. So we taught him how to drive. We taught him how to swim. And he did like a bunch of different, he went skydiving, and we filmed it, and we put those into like 30 to 45-minute episodes. So those are also on his YouTube channel as well. And I filmed all those as well.
So he's ready for his show.
Yes.
He's ready.
Yes.
He's got the footage. He just need to roll the clip.
Right. I keep telling him we gotta get you together and film an actual show, because that's what people want to see. They want to see you being yourself and doing crazy stuff. And you got the team to make it happen. We just gotta make it happen.
Yeah. But tell him, shout out from Chattanooga. We're watching him now. I go ahead and like him on Instagram. Tell him Chattanooga is being introduced to him. And we're taking this story to all across the country, all across the world.
Oh,
various other people.
They're gonna love him out there. You got to bring him on the show too.
Oh, that would be awesome. We need to talk.
Yeah, I'm gonna link you up with him, because that would be dope. I would really like to see him on here too. So,
but yeah, that I would definitely bring him on and let him be himself. And let him be himself. But yeah, so what does it feel like? Because I have a lot of photographers that follow me, right? And when I learned about photography, is that the majority of the people have a space they claim, right? So with you is photography too, but it's mostly videography and cinematology. It's like you like telling stories and putting things together. And even in your video shoots, like it tells a story. Like I looked at some of the videos that you had done for various people, and in theirs, it was telling stories, right?
Right.
So what drew you to that part of what your profession, of what you do?
So I love putting things together. So when we plan it out, when they give me a song and we plan it out, I get to hear the song, and it kind of just takes you to like another world. Like, okay, what would I like to see? I kind of like to put myself in the video. Like, okay, if this was my song, what would I want to see for the video? And planning it with the artist or the producer or whoever, planning it with the person, coming up with ideas, creating it, and then actually bring it into fruition. Like, because not everybody can do that. People can talk about ideas and say that they want to do things, but when you talk about an idea and you actually put it together and bring it to life, it's like birthing a baby every time.
Absolutely. And that's the thing I admire, because all the photographers I know, because I have one of my good friends, she just does rust, right? So she goes to old dilapidated buildings and she makes commercial artwork out of rust.
Mm-hmm.
And she used her photography to do it. Like,
And
I
that's
think it's just
dope.
like super cool
That's
because
dope.
you all have a particular eye.
Mm-hmm.
and and
Exactly.
and you just hone that eye into whatever it is that you specialize is
Right.
and that's what draws me to like photographer artist, if you will, like you. And so this started all because your father had a
Yeah, I
vision
don't
for
know.
you.
I should ask him what made him decide to buy
Yeah,
me a camera. I don't think I've ever asked him that because it was, I don't want to say it was a random birthday present, but it was like, hey, I got you a camera, and it was one of those little square little cameras
yeah, the
that
little things with
fold out. Yeah, so thinking about it, I'm like, why did you get me a camera? But I love making YouTube videos of myself because YouTube wasn't as popular as it is now.
uh-huh.
So when I would post videos on there, they'd get like thousands of views and stuff like that. So I never really thought much of it at that time. But now I'm like, man, YouTube just kind of blew up at that time. Hold on.
Uh-huh.
YouTube just kind of blew up at that time. But I don't really know what made him think to get me a camera. But I just love creating videos. I used to have a little one of those little Nokia phones, and I used to create little videos on my phone before creating content was a thing as well. So it's like I've always been into creation and creating things for people to look at, just because I like getting the reactions. They're like, oh my God, I love that. Oh my God, that's exactly what I was thinking. And I love hearing that from my clients. They're like, oh man, you nailed it. Like, that's exactly what I saw in my head. And I'm like, see, I got it.
Yeah. And I mean, that means you're doing the right thing. Like, you're in your wheelhouse of the
Right.
things that you do, because
Yeah.
the videos, and everything, they have been wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you.
And so we have, okay, so Keisha Hall. Hey, Keisha.
That's my girl right
Hey,
there.
Keisha.
Yes.
He's talking about some of the things that we're talking
She
about.
does all of my PR work. So shout out to Keisha.
Well, hey, Keisha, thank you for joining us. Thank
Yes.
you for joining us. And so if you all don't know of him or were like me and hadn't heard of him, then that's just giving you the name. So follow him on Instagram and everywhere else
Yes.
he is. Like,
Yes.
follow him. He has a huge following of people. And
Yes.
it's your father, Mark.
Yeah. Tagging everybody. She's like, y'all got to see this. Yes, I love it. But yeah, creation has always been my thing. I love editing. I love coming up with creative ideas with the client, and then, like I said, putting it together to birth something that people are going to watch, not just one time, not just two times, but like forever. Like,
they'll
it's
come back
always
to.
going to be around, creating art that's going to stick.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And the thing about that, so your journey started a long time ago, right? You said 2014, 15, somewhere been there.
Yes.
Until now. So what would you tell someone who's just picking up the camera?
Oh man, keep going. Keep working at it. When you first pick up a camera, some people, they don't get it right away, or they might get discouraged. Like, when I first started, I was like, man, how can I get more clients, or how can I make my work look better, or how can I do this, or how can I do that? How can I network with people? Just, put yourself out there, try to get into photography groups with other people. I would say, just kind of keep going. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Keep going. Keep
I love
networking.
it.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And that's the thing, because you developed this eye and
Yeah.
and this wisdom. And it
Yeah.
took how long did it take you before you start feeling like, I got this?
I would say maybe about 2 years in, 3 years in, because I would say my first year, I was kind of nervous to even put my work out there because I didn't know what other people were going to think. And that was with me for a long time. Like I said, the first year, I was like, I don't know if I should post this. I don't know if I should do this. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. What do other people think? But then at the end of the day, I realized it's not really about what other people think. I mean, it is if they're a client, but I don't want that to limit me from showing people my art and showing people what I can do,
Yeah. And that's the thing, because as an artist, you have a different take on it. And just like art, like this is art, and just like art comes in different ways, in different
forms. Yes.
In different forms. And so therefore, how you see it is how it is.
Exactly.
And even like I said, your eye is very different from somebody else's that may be holding the same camera from a different direction.
Exactly. So even if two people are holding, the same camera, you're gonna get two different shots because it's two different takes on the subject.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. And so that is amazing though. That
Thank
is
you.
amazing. So do you do any speaking engagements? Do you go to high schools? We need a lot more young people holding cameras.
That is something that I want to work on next. Yes, definitely. So I would love to go and teach people who look like us, mainly.
Uh-huh.
I want to go teach people who look like us, young Black girls, because my daughter's sitting right here too.
Aw.
And she's
Hey
into,
daughter.
yeah, she's into photography a little bit too. So it's pretty cool. But I want to go and talk to little brown girls and boys and let them know that, hey, there are people that look like us in this space,
Absolutely.
because 10, 15 years ago, I didn't see people that look like me in this space. I just kind of taught myself. I did teach myself photography and everything, but seeing other people who look like me, it wasn't around at that time. So now, being 29 years old, I'm like, man, I could go to her school or a school or any school and teach young people who look like me,
Absolutely. I think that is
photography.
powerful and I think
Yeah,
that's needed, right? Just like you said with your daughter, now that she sees it, she can be it.
right.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, they're beautiful. Yeah, but just representation is important.
It really does
It,
matter.
it really is important, and it gives somebody else permission to do it.
Right.
So your um your site A1 Lenz Productions
Yes.
is in the chat, the description of this video. So
Yes.
wherever you're watching it, go ahead and click, and not just click the like, but also subscribe. Like to her channels, like follow her all
Yes.
around. She's on Instagram, she's all these places. Anywhere
At
you see
A1
her, she's on
Production.
Facebook. Anywhere you see her, go ahead and like, and not just like, but also get the notification so when she goes live, like you can see what she's doing down in St. Pete and the
Yes.
things that she's bringing to life across the world. Because I imagine you're going to be all over the place, like doing
Yes.
this. And I
Yes.
pray that when you do your first student training, send me a snapshot of it because
I
I want to
will.
post it for you. But
I
yeah,
will. Thank
yeah.
you so much.
Oh, this has been wonderful. I love the fact that I get to introduce you to my little world over here. They get to find out about the possibilities. I love
I
this
gotta
and the
travel up
entrepreneur,
there one of these days.
huh?
I said I gotta travel up there one of these
Absolutely. You're always welcome to Tennessee, honey. You're always welcome to
Yes.
Tennessee.
Yes.
And when I look at young people who are doing, like I have some photographers on my roster. I have some
Mm-hmm.
young people. I still follow my high school.
Uh-huh.
So, and it's a lot of young people there. And so when I look at things like that, and I have speakers who go all over the world speaking and talking to people in high schools,
Mm-hmm.
because it's important that we show them what they can become and
Right.
support them in getting there.
Right.
And so that's a
Exactly.
passion of mine. I have great granddaughter. Well, I have one great grandson, but I have granddaughters and
Mm-hmm.
one grandson that
Mm-hmm.
they're finding their way.
Right. And
Yeah,
it's
and
really
I
cool
think
for
it's
them.
amazing.
I'm sure it's really cool for them to see you in this space. So it lets them know that, hey, I can do, what she's doing.
Absolutely, absolutely. My granddaughter, shout out to Ariel. Ariel is in North Carolina, and she's an organic farmer.
Mm-hmm.
And she was
Oh,
taking some
nice.
class somewhere, and she was like,
What?
"That's my grandmother's business."
I love gardening. Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah, she's all about organic eating and healthy
What?
eating. So she teaches people how to start gardens.
What?
Yeah,
That's
so
dope.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I mean, and that's how you're going to feel when your daughter's daughter
Right.
puts it into the world, right? You'll be like, "That's
What?
my baby." Like, yeah, she got these
Yeah.
genes.
Thank
Absolutely, absolutely. I love that. Love that. Love that. Love that. And so, yeah. So, what would you want your takeaway to be for anyone who's watching this anywhere in the world? Because my audience is in Africa and they're in Barbados and China and Korea and all over the place.
all
So,
over the
what would
place.
you like them to take away from this interview?
I want them to be inspired and know that they can do whatever they put their mind to. Doesn't matter how long it takes, doesn't matter where you're at, doesn't matter what you own, what you have, if you have a little bit, if you have a lot, whatever you put your mind to, you can do it.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Now that's a great note. That is a great, great note. And your friend Keisha has added all your different handles.
That's my girl. That's
Keisha's a supporter.
my
Oh, look at Coco Frazier just joined us.
Coco,
He
hey.
did join us. Hey, we were just talking about you.
We were just talking about you, Coco. We got to get you on the show.
Yeah, she told me I need to bring you on here to tell people about this amazing. I got to watch his documentary, your documentary, and I got to see all the marvelous things you've done to bring awareness to St. Petersburg. And so,
Yes.
honey, I love it, love it, love it, love it. And just keep doing what you do around the world because you
Yes.
inspire so many people everywhere. Like, oh, Coco, I saw them. I saw them on the video. But
He's
yeah,
so awesome.
but
He's
keep
so
keep
awesome.
doing what you do. My name is
He-
Linda Murray Bullard. They call me the business plug. I just plugged you into A1 Lenz Productions
Yes.
CEO. She is out here making the things happen. Her and people, we appreciate you all. Thank you for joining the show. And you'll see me next week at 7 p.m. Eastern here on the Business Plugs Mixer. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Have a great day, everyone.